If you've ever looked at your disability rating and thought, wait a second, the math doesn't add up, you're not alone, that's because VA math is not normal math. And honestly, it sucks. VA math is the formula the Department of Veterans Affairs uses to combine your different disability ratings. But instead of just adding them together, it's based on what they call your efficiency. They look at you as being 100% whole, then start subtracting from that whole depending on each disability one by one. For example, if you have a 50% rating, the VA says you're 50% disabled and 50% efficient. Then if you add another 30%, it's not 50 plus 30 equals 80. Instead, it's 30% of the 50% you have left, which leaves you at 65%, and that rounds to 70%. This is why someone with a 50% rating and a 30% rating doesn't get 80%, they only get 70%. That's VA math, and this is why so many veterans feel like the system is stacked against them. It sucks because it's confusing, it feels unfair, and unless you really study how the percentages are combined, you'll constantly feel shortchanged when your ratings don't add up the way you expect. So, what do you do about it? The key is learning how to strategize your claim filing around VA math. The best advice is to file every condition the first time you submit your claim, even if it might only be rated at 0%. A 0% rating still counts as service-connected, and down the line, if your condition worsens, you can request an increase. Filing everything up front not only preserves your effective date, which affects your back pay, but it also maximizes your chances of reaching a higher combined rating faster. Too many veterans leave conditions off their initial claim because they think it's not worth it, only to regret it later when they realize how powerful even a 10% can be under VA math. The reality is that once you get into the higher ratings, every extra percentage point becomes harder to achieve. For example, going from 90% to 100% takes a lot more disabilities than going from 50% to 60%, so you want to maximize everything up front. That's why veterans get frustrated, because they see 4 or 5 ratings that should add up to 100%, but they're stuck at 90%. The frustration with VA math is real, but the way to resolve it is to learn the system. You can study VA's combined ratings table, which shows exactly how percentages add up, or you can use trusted online calculators like the VA Math calculators on va.gov or other veteran service websites. These tools help you plug in your ratings and see where you land before you file, so you can plan your claim strategy. Another way to resolve the frustration is to work with a VSO or a claims consultant who knows VA math inside and out. They can help you structure your claim in a way that gives you the best shot at maximizing your rating. At the end of the day, VA math sucks because it feels like you're being cheated, but if you understand it and file smartly, you can work the system in your favor. Don't leave conditions off your claim, don't assume your math is the VA's math, and always run the numbers before you file. That way, you go into the process armed with knowledge, you manage your expectations, and you give yourself the best chance to get the rating you deserve.